Who am I? Ah, this is me.
Yes, you're clutching. Well, it's great to see you, first of all.
Well, thank you. It's wonderful to see you. How's Eamon?
He's very well, thank you. Sends his best. He is Sir Roger's biggest fan, isn't he? He stalks you, actually, a little bit. Sorry
He's
about
lovely.
that.
We struck up an immediate friendship at 3 o'clock in the morning, flying back from Belfast.
You said it was the funniest flight he's ever been on. The stories you told would make your hair curl. You couldn't tell them to me.
I could do with some hair.
And a lot of those stories and photographs are in the book that you're clutching. So this is Bond on Bond. Mm-hmm. And these are some unseen photographs, actually, some new ones in here.
They've been seen by me,
yes.
but...
It's such an iconic part, James Bond, isn't it? When we look at this, will we get a flavour of what it was like behind the scenes, then, and the people in it?
Yes, behind the scenes for me and for all the others, up to date with Daniel.
What do you think of Daniel Craig as Bond?
I think he's terrific. He's a great Bond. He looks like a killer.
Yeah.
No, he really does. He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's very handsome.
I mean, it frightens me.
He's very different Bond to the Bond that you were. I always think of you as the sort of suave, cravat, suave, humorous Bond. How do you look back at yourself now in that role?
Well, I look back as Bond really wasn't a spy because everybody knew him. Everybody walked in. Commander Bond, James Bond, 007, Martini, not so.
The Bond now is very physical, you know, he does a lot of physical stuff and stunts and things like that. Did you do any of your own stunts in the films?
I did a couple of the love scenes. It wasn't easy.
It's a tough job.
You know, think of England. And keep your socks on.
So, Roger, you were actually always destined to play Bond because in your book, when you got that first phone call, you were living in Denham, weren't you? And what was your phone number?
It really was Denham 007, 2007.
2007, that's absolutely incredible.
I'd inherited the number from the people who were in the house before me.
Wow. It's amazing.
And what was it like getting that call? Do you remember that moment well?
Well, I fainted. No, I knew Cubby and Harry, the producers, and we'd discussed it, so it wasn't a surprise.
And you obviously loved being Bond, and this book is all about a celebration of Bond. How do you feel about the interview that Daniel gave very recently, where he said, I can't do any... I will literally slit my wrist if I have to play Bond again? By the way, unless the money's right.
Yeah. I think that he probably said that after a year of filming, where he'd had knee surgery, and he just didn't want to talk about the next Bond. It wasn't that he wasn't going to do it. He said, you know.
Did you ever get to the stage where you thought, you know, this is a bit like a ball and chain around your neck, the James Bond character, because you get so typecast, or did you always love it? Would you have carried on and on if they'd let you?
Well, it wasn't a question of letting me. Age wouldn't let me. When all the leading ladies started looking like my granddaughter, you know, and also when you put your head down and the chins are there. No, I did 7. It was enough.
The other iconic thing is the song, isn't it? That we always associate with Bond. And we've got the new one now, the Sam Smith song, which is the first one ever to go to #1. Have you heard that?
I heard the first few bars, which sounded very, very Bond.
Like Bond, you're very well dressed. You're always smart. Whenever I see pictures of you, you're very smart. So are you driving around in an Aston Martin?
No, I was smart. In Monaco, where we live, there's nowhere to park. You know, so smart is ideal. And an Irish friend of mine, we had lunch at the Café de Paris in Monaco, and when it came out, my car was outside my little Smart, and Harry Crosby said, afterwards, he said there were a couple of Herberts sitting at a table, and they said, "Here, what's James Bond doing in a blinking can of Heinz baked beans?" Yeah. I don't mind what I'm seen driving.
Absolutely.
I don't like sports cars because they're difficult to get in and out of.
Yeah.
Practicality.
Tell us
Especially in
about
a
your
skirt.
tour. You do a tour occasionally, don't you? An evening with Sir Roger Moore. I thought you'd be like just pottering in your garden and enjoying retirement, and you're still out there.
Well, my wife sends me out. You know. I just enjoy being with an audience because they're all very nice.
If Daniel Craig doesn't take the role again after this recent film, have you got anybody that you think would make a good Bond? Anybody out there now that you go, yep, that's a Bond?
Well, why don't they have a geriatric 007? I'll come back.
As Paul said in a press conference when he got back home, you know, and he was pouring tea in his apartment in New York, there was a couple of ants going across, and, you know, before this movie, he would have, boom. You know,
I mean, I probably wouldn't. Now I don't know. They're on a mission.